The cause of the twin that never was, a Chimera's tragic truth. I am the father. But my DNA says I'm not. I still hear the words in my head, over and over again. Sir, you are not the father. How can I not be the father of my own children? I remember sitting in that cold hospital room, staring at the DNA results in my hands, feeling like my entire life was crumbling. My wife, Janet, was on the floor, sobbing, swearing she had never been with another man. I didn't believe her. I divorced her. Married another woman. Had more kids. And the same thing happened. It took me years of pain, betrayal, and loneliness, before I finally uncovered the horrifying truth. I was a Chimera. And my grandmother had known long before science ever told me. The day that destroyed my family. I had been married to Janet for 10 years. We had 4 beautiful children, Chinedu, 9, Edeora, 7, Ebuka, 5, and little Samto, 3. Life wasn't perfect, but we were happy. Then Samto fell sick. It was nothing serious at first, just fever and weakness. But when it got worse, the doctor said he needed a blood transfusion. I offered mine immediately. It never crossed my mind that there could be a problem. I mean, I was his father. But when the test came back, the doctor looked uncomfortable. Mr. Chidi, he said slowly, your blood type doesn't match Samto's. I laughed a little. Maybe there's a mix-up. Test again. They did. Then they tested Janet, her blood matched. Mine didn't. That's when the doubt started creeping in. Janet swore there was no other man. That Samto was mine. I didn't believe her. I went behind her back and did a full DNA test. Not just for Samto. For all 4 kids. The results came in a week later. Not one of them was mine. Not one. Janet cried for days. She begged, swore she had never been with another man. But what other explanation was there? In the end, I left. I divorced her. I took nothing, just walked away. And the worst part? I still loved her. But I couldn't live with the betrayal. The nightmare repeats. It took me 3 years before I married again. My new wife, Amora, was different. Quiet. Religious. Everything Ifioma wasn't. We had 2 kids. 2 boys. And for the first time in years, I felt like life was moving forward. Then, one day, my eldest son, David, needed surgery. And just like before, the hospital needed blood. I wasn't worried. Until the nurse came back with that same look in her eyes. Mr. Chidi, your blood doesn't match. I felt like I was drowning. No, I said. No. Test again. They did. And just like before, the results were the same. So I did a DNA test. And just like before, it came back negative. David wasn't mine. Neither was his brother. Amora swore on her life that she had never cheated. That she had never even looked at another man. But I knew better, right? Lightning doesn't strike twice. The problem had to be them. So I left again. Divorced again. And this time, I started drinking. The truth I was never supposed to know. It was my mother who finally broke the cycle. She called me one evening, her voice shaking. Chidi, come home. Now. I was tired. Broken. But I went. When I got there, she handed me an old black and white photo. It was of a woman I had never met. This is your grandmother, she whispered. She knew. Knew what? My mother sighed. Before she died, she told me something. She said, asterisk, your son will one day think he has lost everything. But tell him, he is too. I frowned. What does that mean? She didn't answer. Instead, she pulled out a tiny, crumbling notebook. My grandmother's journal. I flipped through the pages, scanning for something, anything, that made sense. Then I saw it. The spirits fought over him. He was supposed to be twins. But one child consumed the other. He carries two inside him, but only one is seen. My heart started racing. I wasn't a twin. I had never been a twin. Right. I kept reading. The elders warned me. If he is tested, the secret will come out. If they separate the blood, he will never know peace. I looked up at my mother, my mouth dry. What is this? She closed her eyes. You were supposed to be twins, Chidi. But something happened in the womb. One child absorbed the other. It happens sometimes, they say. Medicine calls it something now, Chimera. The word felt heavy. Unfamiliar. But then, suddenly, it all clicked. Two sets of DNA. Two different blood types. Two different people inside one body. I wasn't infertile. I was a Chimera. Half of me carried one DNA. The other half carried another. The children were mine. My blood just wasn't the one in control. The test had lied. I had left my family for nothing. The horror that still haunts me. I wanted to run back. To Janet. To Amora. To my children. To tell them I knew the truth now. But it was too late. Janet had moved on. Married someone else. My kids barely remembered me. And Amora. She died in an accident last year. I never got to tell her I was sorry. Now, I live alone. Every night, I dream of my twin. The one I never met. The one who lives inside me. And sometimes, when I look in the mirror, I swear. Do you believe in fate, curses, or the unseen forces that shape our lives? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you heard of a case like this before? If this story shocked you, hit the like button. Don't miss out on more mind-blowing real-life mysteries. Subscribe and turn on notifications. I see someone else looking back.